Hey, it's Nick Astor with the Companies versus Climate Change Conference. I'm excited to be with Aaron Stash. He's the manager of environmental strategy and was it global sustainability at United Airlines?
Absolutely.
Terrific. Aaron, thanks a lot for taking a minute to chat with me.
No, my pleasure. Thank you.
All right, so we all know that aviation consumes a lot of fuel. It is a contributor to our global climate challenges. But in a nutshell, why is this an issue that's important to United, and what are you doing about it?
No, absolutely. Great question. So United uses nearly 4 billion gallons of fuel a year. It's about 99% of our greenhouse gas emissions, and it makes up our second largest expense. So anytime we can reduce our emissions, we're reducing our costs, but it's an easy business case to make for the environment as well. Climate change is impacting the airlines just as it is impacting everybody from severe weather to increased turbulence. So this is really paramount for us um, to work on and to set commitments and goals. United recently announced a 50% greenhouse gas emission reduction goal. We're the only U.S. airline to set such a goal for our individual operations. And our goal there is to reduce our emissions by 50% by the year 2050, which is far out, but airlines in general are a very carbon intensive business.
So that's roughly 30 years. You're talking about taking us down to 50% less than we were emitting in what was the year, 2005, I
The
think?
year 2005, yeah. So it's
Wow.
about 21 million metric tons annually, or the equivalent of about 4.5 million cars off the road annually. So that's all the cars in New York and Los Angeles on an annual basis. So a lot of emissions, again, from using a lot of jet fuel.
And that's an impressive goal. How are you actually going to go about accomplishing that?
Yeah, so our biggest commitment right now, or what we're doing today, is in the realm of sustainable aviation fuels or biofuels. United is the largest airline using biofuels on a regular basis. We're the only U.S. airline using it on a regular basis today. We've been doing that in Los Angeles since 2016, and we've used over 2 million gallons of biofuels, more than any airline really combined. We also have the largest future commitments to biofuels. So over 50% of the future market for aviation biofuels is a contract with United Airlines. We work with two companies today, World Energy, who supplies our fuel in Los Angeles, and Fulcrum Bioenergy, who's a startup who recently broke ground on their first facility outside of Reno, Nevada. And that's an exciting program because they use municipal solid waste and convert that into jet fuel.
That's great. Now, the LAX thing, you told me it was something like a 30-70 blend. So any United flight that's getting refueled at LAX is going to be getting that mixture.
Right, absolutely. So the great thing about our biofuel program is it's a drop-in technology. We don't have to change the aircraft engines or really the infrastructure at all at LAX. We just bring that biofuel into the supply as we would any other fuel. And it's a 30-70 blend. So it's 30% biofuel and 70% traditional fuel.
So what is it about the biofuel that makes it less carbon intensive? And I guess hypothetically, if you could have a 100% biofuel flight with what you're currently using, how much, does that mean it's carbon neutral theoretically, or what does that actually mean in the?
Yeah, so the fuels that we use today are between 60 and 80% less greenhouse gas emissions on a life cycle basis. The real difference there is the feedstock, what it's starting with. So we're not pulling petroleum out of the ground and refining it. It's starting with a renewable feedstock. In United's case, we use waste feedstock, so like a municipal solid waste or an agricultural waste product. So we're not diverting any land use in that way. We're really taking a waste and making use out of it.
Terrific. Okay, so we've got a conference coming up. We're going to see you down in Miami in a couple of weeks at Companies versus Climate Change. We're excited to see you there. Anything that folks should be looking forward to that they're going to be learning from United, or anything that you're looking to take away from the event?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I spoke a few years ago at the conference. It's a great gathering. Again, anytime we can connect with fellow sustainability professionals and people who are really engaged in this work to get new ideas of our own that we can take back to our business to share what we're doing. Really what we find in the aviation space is there's not a lot of awareness of kind of the programs that we're working on. So we really want to highlight the biofuel programs and really kind of talk about how we're going to get to that 2050 goal, what we need from the technology perspective, even and the government and policy folks as well, and kind of what we can see as an advancement for aviation that will help not only United Airlines but all airlines to reduce their footprint.
Three cheers. Well, Aaron, thanks so much for taking a little bit of
All
time,
right.
and we'll see you in a couple weeks down in Miami.